Good afternoon, this is Trenton Michigan. The 2026 MIHL Showcase. This afternoon's game entries the Caledonia Scots versus the MIHL.
Welcome in, hockey fans. We're here live at Kennedy Ice Arena in Trenton, Michigan for Game 1 of the MIHL Prep Showcase. Your Caledonia Fighting Scots are set to take on the Traverse City Bay Reps. Both teams have finished warm-ups. We are ready to roll. Skip the lineup, skip the national anthem. We're on a schedule here. Play starts with Caledonia with possession. Esch over for Sova. Sova shot over the net. Loose on the far side wall. Esch after it, along with MIHL. Esch gets it, feeds a pass in the middle, picked off by the Bay Reps. Taken away by Sova, played back, but the Reps get it and dump it deep into the Caledonia zone. Evan Moore there, up the wall for Esch. Goes loose. The Reps with it down low, a shot in on Hogue, and he'll hold for a whistle. Face off in the D zone. Reps wrap it around the wall, far side. Lewandowski gives chase. Veliska behind the net for Supak. Supak into the corner. Puck played at the Zamdor. Reps with it in the corner. Supak battles after it. Reps up the wall with it. Big hit by Gorby. Reps though maintain possession in the zone. Now a pass back to the point man. Comes out and they'll dump it in deep. Hogue to settle it. Veliska. Reps off for a change. Veliska on the near side breakout. Gorby, or a pass from Nichols to Gorby. Nichols now carries, dumps in from beyond the red line, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Game 1 of 2 on the weekend. Tomorrow morning, a 7:30 sunrise special against Bay City Central. Face off again in the D zone. Tied up behind the net. Osborne moves it to the middle, picked up by Jagger Burns. Burns on the near side. Burns fed it into the middle, picked off by the Bay Reps. Held in the zone though. Boltima with the stick on it, played behind the net. Bay Reps wrap it around the wall to the near side. On the breakout, pass through the middle off a skate, picked up by Quigley. Off his stick. Quigley keeps it on the near side. Reps with possession, pass off a skate. Osborne with it, feeds it to Burns. Burns fed it to Boltima. On the break-in, Boltima, a shot. That'll be gloved for the whistle. MIHL, Esch, Sova up front, Supak and Moore on defense. It's Evan Moore. Face-off, right off the face-off, Esch with a slap shot, just went wide. Held in by MIHL. MIHL from the wall, takes it into the corner, behind the net, centers a pass, off a skate, loose puck cleared to the wall by the Bay Reps. Supak keeps the skate on it, holds it in, plays it behind the net. Big hit behind the goaltender. They clear though, MIHL. Bryce MIHL in his own zone. He'll put it off the wall, looking for Sova, just beyond the reach of the defender. Icing's waved off. Bay Reps at the back wall. Now send it to the far side wall. On the breakout, Off Supak's skates, loose to Hogue. He'll play it into the back wall. Moore there. Trying to find it in the feet. Ties it up in the wall. In to help is Sova. Now it comes out loose. Bay Reps put a shot that goes wide. They'll retrieve the rebound in the corner. Now pass out. Top of the zone. Shot went wide. Loose in the far wall. Esch cleared the zone. Mitchell battling after. Bryce Mitchell. Far side corner. He's crunched into the wall. Double teamed, but keeps the puck tight to his feet. Behind the net. Bay Reps there. Put it off the wall. Quigley can't hold it in. Holds it at the wall, though, and Gorby puts it back in deep. Lewandowski after it. Bay Reps with possession. Pass knocked down by Gorby. Now Nichols behind the net. Centers a pass played by the goaltender. And it'll come out. Bay Reps on the breakout. Pass goes long. Veliska after the loose puck. At the back wall. Bay Reps in the corner. Now at the back wall. Picked up by Veliska. Gets it to Nichols. Nichols high off the glass. Played by the defender. And comes out and back in for an offsides whistle. Nichols, Gorby, and Lewandowski up top. Veliska and Quigley on defense. There's Quigley. Can't clear the zone. Bay Reps put it in deep. Veliska from the corner. Hard off the wall. Picked off by the Bay Reps, but taken by Lewandowski. Tries to cycle it to Veliska. Bay Reps hold it at the wall. Bay Reps take it out. Pass into the middle. A shot deflected up into the netting. Gorby on the draw. Sent into the wall. Bay Reps put it into the corner. They've got possession on the back wall. Pass in front, cleared to the back wall. Bay Reps behind the net. Now a pass back to the far side. Point man. A shot deflected. Goes behind the net. Veliska swept it to the far side. Bay Reps take possession. Pass back to the point. Now near side point. A shot deflected into the back wall. Bay Reps get the loose puck. A centering pass goes all the way through to the point man. A shot. Hogue is there for the glove save. And a whistle. On the D-draw, Sova. Bouncing puck picked up by Sova. Behind his own goal, harder on the wall for Mitchell. Mitchell to the middle, puck loose. Now played up to Sova. Sova, long range pass for Esch. That'll go deep for icing. Three sheets of ice here at Trenton, all of them busy all week. Michigan high school hockey. And as we near the end of the season, teams should be in prime form by this point. Some good matchups up and down the schedule. Cal on the breakout. Sova over for Esch. Esch in onside. Harmon Esch to the wall. Tried to cycle it with Supak. Supak puts it in the corner for Sova. Now behind the net for Mitchell. Mitchell tried to play it out to the middle, picked off by the Bay Reps. Bay Reps with possession in their own end. Pressured by Cal. Bay Reps, though, move it deep. Puck comes out in front. Picked up now by Supak. Supak's pass for Sova deflected in deep. Held to the top of the zone. Gabe Supak after the bouncing puck. Into the corner, in on net. Bay Reps try to clear it. They connect at mid-ice. Evan Moore is there, holds the puck at the blue line. Supak will clear it. Bay Reps dump it in deep, delayed offsides. Gives Cal a little bit of time. Moore, far side corner. And we'll get a whistle as offsides on Bay Reps. That'll go length of the ice. Bay Reps moving around to the near side, trying to break it out. Low in the corner, Moore's there. Bay Reps pass up the wall. Now pass back to the point, he can't hold it in, that'll come out. He'll send a cross ice pass D to D. Now pass neutral zone picked off by Quigley, and he dumps it in deep. After it is Nichols. Bay Reps there first, they pass it up the near side wall, clear the zone. Gets by Quigley's picked by the referee. Down low, Bay Reps. A shot deflected by Moore in front of the net. Far side wall, Bay Reps trying to move it. Moore with a stick on it, comes out to neutral zone. After it is Nichols. Drew Nichols. Down low, a shot, saved by the goaltender. Loose behind the net, Nichols centers a pass, played by the Bay Reps. Loose in the zone, trying to find it, Lewandowski. Soccer kick there, move it into the wall. Nichols in the corner, Supak trying to hold it at the wall. Bay Reps battling, Supak there as well. Comes out to Boltima at mid-ice. Boltima puts it in deep. And now chasing Jagger Burns. He'll be there first, near side wall. Burns, top of the zone, cycles a pass to Boltima. A stick on it and now kicked out by the Bay Reps. Gabe Supak, backhand near side, looking for Osborne. Played back by the Bay Reps. Burns to Supak, dumped in deep. And we'll get a whistle for icing. Valiska, Esch, Eitel, Sova, and MIHL. Face-off goes into the wall. Bay Reps pass back to the point. Shot off a shin guard and into the netting. Face-off cleared by Caledonia. Bay Reps track it down at mid-ice. D to D, top of the zone. Chipped in towards Caledonia. Valiska played it back. Gets it to Sova. Sova long range for MIHL. MIHL couldn't get a grip. Bay Reps able to pull it away. They send it back to the near side. Valiska's after it. He'll clear the zone. Chipped by Esch. Bay Reps send it cross ice. Bouncing puck Eitel. Held up at the red line. The Bay Reps dump it in deep. From the corner, Valiska over for Eitel. Eitel hard off the wall for Esch. Bay Reps with a stick on it. Eitel to the back for Valiska. Valiska to the wall for MIHL. Chipped it out. The Bay Reps dump it back in deep. Hogue will settle it for Eitel. Eitel in the corner. Puck comes loose. Eitel off the back wall for Esch. Sova played it. Bay Reps top of the zone. Shot knocked down and cleared by Sova, dumped in, now brought in onside by the Bay Reps. Shot towards Hogue, a save into the far corner. Centering pass out to the point man, a save by Hogue. Bay Reps get the loose puck behind the net. Far side corner, Sova's there. Up the wall for Lewandowski, held in by the Bay Reps. Puck loose, near side, Esch. Lays the hit. Esch centers the pass, goes all the way through, but picked up by Gorby, dumped in deep. Gorby, Bay Reps able to move it out. Shot in on Hogue, a save. Moore collects the rebound. Moore on the near side, breakout. Gets it to Nichols. Nichols feeds a pass up for Lewandowski. Lewandowski down low. He's got Moore with the Moore shoots. Oh, a save by the goaltender. Bay Reps deflect that one deep into the Caledonia zone after it. Bay Reps there first. The rest of the teams off for a change. Moore behind his own net. Moore. Pass to the near side for Nichols. Nichols in the middle for Gorby. Off his stick. Bay Reps played it back. Bay Reps D2D in their own zone. Pass up. Knocked down by Moore. Picked off by Landon Moore. Landon Moore cross ice for MIHL Mikkelsen. Dumps it in deep. Icing arms up. And we'll bring it down for an offensive zone draw. Evers, Burns, MIHL Mikkelsen, Landon Moore, and Gabe Supak. Oh, face-off won by the Bay. Loose puck, goaltender comes out. Oh, just went through Landon's legs. Good play by the goaltender. Dumped in deep by the Bay Reps. Supak's there. Played in the far corner. Bay Reps there first. Bay Reps off the back of the net, near side wall, now high off the glass, behind the net. Supak lays a hit, feeds it up the wall for Landon Moore. Moore's pass into neutral zone, deflected and deep. Caledonia off for a change. Bay Reps behind their own goal. Long range pass, deflected by Supak deep. Oh, held out. Esch with it, feeds it over for Sova. Sova, shot saved by the goaltender. Centered by Sova, loose to Esch, and a shot, and he scores! Bryce Mitchell gets Cal on the board. Beautiful play by Sova and Esch to set up Mitchell on the doorstep. Cal strikes first, 5:09 left in the first period. Mitchell, the sophomore forward, notches his second goal in this week. Veliska, D2D to Eitel. Eitel off the back wall for Veliska. Veliska back to the far side. Eitel, half wall, chips it for Lewandowski. Eitel off the wall, gets Lewandowski. Shot off Veliska's leg. Veliska trying to get it to Gorby. Gorby gets it to Nichols. Nichols pass in the middle. Connects with Lewandowski, the senior forward. Lewandowski pushed into the wall, keeps control. Lewandowski sends it in the corner. Bay Reps try to out it. Ooh, comes off Quigley. And it's a one-on-one here. Evan Moore pressuring. Shot deflected. Quigley kicks it into the back wall. Moved into the corner. Nichols there. Nichols chipped top of the zone. Dumped in deep by Lewandowski. Bouncing puck, and that'll be whistled for icing. Jagger Burns on the faceoff. Boltima, Osborne, Quigley, and Moore on defense. Faceoff in the corner. Evan Moore up the wall for Burns. Burns from the Zamdor centers it off of Hogue. Somehow Quigley gets it up the wall for Osborne. Dumped in by the Bay Reps. Quigley's there. Quigley up the wall for Osborne. Osborne in the middle for Burns. Burns dumps it in deep. Boltima, far side corner. Up the wall. Moore holds it in, puts it towards net, played by the goaltender. Now a dump out, bouncing puck, played by Quigley. Dumped in deep. Quigley from the corner, over to Moore. Moore behind his own goal. Played back to the near side. Quigley in the corner. Moore behind at the back wall. Bay Reps off for a change. Moore's pass deflected. Bounces near side. Burns tried to play it, got it in deep. Mitchell after it. Mitchell lays a hit. Tied up into the wall. Puck loose, picked up by Esch. Esch with a shot save. Sova played it to Mitchell down low. Mitchell, nice move in front, loose in front. Goaltender's reaching for it. Still loose, and we'll get a whistle. Mitchell with a nice toe drag, moving that puck in tight space. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first. Would like to get one more on the board here. At least one more. Bay Reps win the draw. They put one through the air off the skates of Evers down low on Hogue. A save by Sam. Bay Reps can't clear it from the corner. Mitchell moves it to Sova, who got it to Esch. Esch pushes it into the corner. He's got Sova at the wall. Backhand through the air. Far side. Bay Reps with possession. They'll put one through the air in the middle. Bounces into the Caledonia zone. Quigley's there. Quigley moves it to the near side. Bay Reps low, take it away. Center a pass all the way through to the point man. A shot and gloved by Hogue. Gorby on the face-off for Caledonia. Loose. Oh, Lewandowski just lost it in his skates. Dumped back in by the Bay Reps. Gabe Supak behind his own goal. Minute and a half left. Supak sends it around near side. Bay Reps there to get a stick on it. They'll hold it deep. Bay Reps behind the net. Carried into the far corner. Pass off the wall to the point man. Now near side point. Now it comes out of the zone. They'll have to come out. Delayed offsides as they dump it in. Supak with possession. Supak curls back. Moves it cross ice to Veliska. Veliska up the wall for Lewandowski, who hits Supak on the break-in. Supak's shot on goal. A save, less than a minute left in the first. Bay Reps pass, loose in the neutral zone. Supak sent it back. Bay Reps there, though, and they'll send it in deep. Hogue settled it for Veliska. Veliska up for Nichols. Drew Nichols turns, sends a pass cross ice looking for Lewandowski. Broken stick. Ty snapped a blade there. Dumped in deep. Veliska after it. 30 seconds on the clock. Bay Reps from the wall. Tried to center it. Hogue with a save. Another shot saved by Hogue. Bay Reps from the wall. A shot that's deflected into the corner. Landon Moore is there. Tries to out it through the air. Knocked down by the point man. Shot in on Hogue. And he gets a glove on it for the save. .13 seconds on 13.4 on the clock. Osborne, Sova, Esch, Evan Moore, and Quigley, not Osborne, and Mitchell out there. Quigley around the wall, far side. Mitchell puts it in the corner. Bay Reps center it, comes all the way through to Esch. Loose, 3 seconds on the clock, a shot just wide, and that'll do it. All right, second period ready to roll. Caledonia with a 1-0 lead. Cal with the opening draw, sent out of play. Sova, Mitchell, Esch up front. Moore and Quigley on defense. Bay Reps dumped it in deep. They'll be the first there at the back wall. Bay Reps, far side corner, hits some wet ice. Loose into the wall. Esch takes it. Esch on the carry out. Gets it to Sova. Long range pass for Mitchell behind. Bay Reps break it in. Near side, shot in on Hogue. Loose on the doorstep, and he holds for the whistle. A penalty called on Caledonia. Evan Moore is going to get whistled. Coincidental, looks like. Coincidental cross check. So we'll stay at 5-on-5. Faceoff comes out of the zone. Faceoff played by Cal. Supak dumps it in deep. Goaltender settles. Bay Reps behind their goal, far corner, pressured by Gorby. Move it back to the near side. Lewandowski is there. Bouncing puck, held in by Gorby. Moved to the middle, picked off by the Bay Reps, and pushed ahead. Through the middle, disrupted by Supak. Bay Reps get it back, kick save by Hogue, and now it'll come out. Nichols dumped in. Nichols after it. He goes down, and we get a whistle. Bay Reps get whistled for the hooking call. So a clean first period, no penalties in the first minute, 8 seconds. 3 total penalties. And Caledonia gets on the power play first. Landon Moore, Sova, Lewandowski, William Mela Mikkelsen, and Gabe Supak. Face off into the corner. Lewandowski behind the net. Landon Moore is there. Moore tried to center it out to Sova. Sova down low, deflected by Mikkelsen. Just went wide. On the far wall. Lewandowski taken away by the Bay Reps. Supak got a stick on it. Now Mikkelsen takes it ahead. Mela Mikkelsen. The exchange student from Denmark plays it to the far side. Lewandowski back to Supak at the point. Supak shot loose on the side of the net. Landon Moore digging after it. Lewandowski from the corner. Lewandowski up the wall. Back to Supak. Jumped his stick. And that'll go length of the ice. Supak behind behind Hogue. Nice move. He'll carry it out himself. Gabe Supak centers a pass over for Lewandowski. In onside, Lewandowski down low, played by the Bay Reps, knocked down by Supak, a shot, save. Loose near side, Sova with a shot, another save by the goaltender. Bay Reps with possession. They fire a pass in the middle, deflected deep. 45 seconds left in the power play. Harmon Esch carries the puck. Esch dropped the pass back to Eitel. Eitel now for Nichols. Nichols in the zone. Nichols pass, knocked down, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell in the corner. He's got it to Nichols at the wall. Out to Bolton at the point, back to Nichols at the wall. Goes loose into the corner. Now Mitchell behind the net. Mitchell tried to center it, knocked down by the Bay Reps defense. They've got possession hard off the wall, held up by Eitel. Eitel near side for Nichols. Nichols on the doorstep for Mitchell all the way through to Esch. Esch in the middle. And that's cleared out by the Bay Reps. Oh, Esch, nice play to keep possession low. Nichols to Esch. Esch shot, knocked down. Bolton from the wall, in on net, and that'll be gloved for the whistle. 1 second left on the power play. Coincidental minors are finished. So Evan Moore is out on defense, along with Quigley, Burns, Mela Mikkelsen, and Osborne. Face off, Mikkelsen played it down low. Back at full strength to the Bay Reps. Bay Reps out of their zone. That one deep, icing arms up. And we'll get a whistle and bring it back. Face off down low, play to the near side. Bay Reps high through the air, kicked by Moore. Offsides is whistled. Burns on the draw, tied up, dumped in. Bay Reps there, off the wall. Moore trying to knock it down at the blue line. Bay Reps move it out, pass in the middle, connects. Bay Reps take it wide, far side, pressured by Quigley into the corner. Bay Reps behind the end line, centering pass knocked down. Bay Reps move it out, near side, center pass shot just wide. Loose now for Cal. Big hit in the zone, picked up by Burns. Burns takes it behind the net. Cal with some fresh legs on the ice. Osborne after it. Loose on the near side. Mitchell can't hold it in. Bay Reps off the wall. Moore with a stick on it. Bay Reps can't dump it in. Mitchell feeds it back to Moore on the regroup. Moore's pass. Played ahead to Esch. Esch drives it in. He's got Sova with him. Esch turns back. Top of the zone. Esch over for Moore. Moore shot. Oh, a blocker save by the goaltender. Played to Esch at the blue line, dumps it in onside. Puck rolls around near side for Sova. Bay Reps hard off the wall, gets by the defense and deep. Icing arms up, and we'll bring it down for an offensive zone draw. See that referee pointing left or right. New rule in high school hockey, the offensive team gets to pick which side they want to take the draw. Gorby chose left. Tied up in the feet, trying to find it, Lewandowski. Good stick by Nichols. Lewandowski after the loose puck. He's got it at the wall. Centered for Gorby. Tried a one-timer, just went through. Supak dropped it to Gorby. Gorby back down low. Nichols after the loose puck behind the net. Bay Reps there. They'll play it up the far wall. Held up nicely by Veliska. Now Lewandowski played out. Now a shot. Knocked down. Another shot that gets blocked into the netting. And we'll get a whistle. Only on the icing calls do the offensive team get to choose left or right. Jagger Burns on the face-off, Landon Moore, Boltema, Supak, and Veliska. Bay Reps far side, they'll play it to neutral zone. Supak's there, played it right back. Bay Reps collect it in their zone, D to D. Now pass up to the near side, deflected by Supak. Bouncing puck down low, Bay Reps there, sweeped it into the wall. Now they'll send it deep for an icing. Sova, Esch, Mitchell up top. Evan Moore slides out on D with Quigley. Face off to the back wall. Bay Reps send it around near side. Mitchell pressuring. Bay Reps now through the air. Evan Moore reaches after it. Puck goes deep. Bay Reps from the corner. Moore pressuring behind the net. Ties the man up. Puck loose. Played to the far corner. Esch in the feet. Esch digs it out. taken away by the Bay Reps behind the net. Moore loses an edge. Bay Reps center a pass, and that's going to go all the way through. After the puck, Esch with speed. Goaltender plays around. Mitchell at the wall. Mitchell centers it. Oh, knocked away by the defense. Bay Reps with possession. Taken away by Esch. And now Silva with a stick on it, dumps it in deep. Goaltender settles it. Mitchell with heat. Bay Reps hard out. Moore stops it with a skate. Moore to the middle with it. Moore tried to slide it down low, instead into the wall, into the feet. Bay Reps can't clear it. Moore ties it up at the blue line. Now Bay Reps come out with it. They'll dump it in on Hogue. He gets a glove on it. He'll send it long range, looking for Lewandowski. Lewandowski carries it in. Dropped for Gorby, a shot, save. Bay Reps far side on the breakout. Quigley pressures. Bay Reps stop top of the zone and punched out by Gorby. Bay Reps tried to dump it in, caught by the defense. A long-range pass for Lewandowski, taken away by the Bay Reps. Picked off by Nichols. He goes down. Gorby sweeps at it. Supak after it. Now Lewandowski. And we'll get a whistle and a penalty. On the Bay Reps. So Caledonia on their second power play. Mitchell, Nichols, Esch, Evan Moore, and Rylan Boltema. Face off one, Moore from the point position. Couldn't get a pass in the feet. After it, Esch. Now a give and go in front goes loose. Boltema behind the net. Ooh, hit the referee. Loose to Mitchell. Mitchell's got it. At the wall. Mitchell played to the middle. Bay Reps can't clear it. Mitchell chipped into the corner for himself. Bryce Mitchell behind the net. Absorbs the physicality. Puck loose on the wall. Esch trying to hold it there. Now the Bay Reps send a slap shot that goes deep. 1:22 left in the power play. Rylan Boltema behind Hogue. Mikkelsen comes out. Lewandowski. Played ahead to Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen down low, a shot, a kick save. Bay Reps clear the zone. Now length of the ice on the penalty kill. Hogue settles it for Moore. 45 seconds left in the power play. Gets it to Sova. Sova pressured in the zone. Moved up the wall to Lewandowski. Picked off by the Bay Reps and dumped deep. Hogue settles it for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen cycles it to Supak. Supak gets the legs moving. Carries it ahead. Gabe Supak, the junior. Supak down low. A shot deflected to the back wall. Now loose in front. Sova with a shot. Couldn't get a good grip on it. Knocked down before it reached the goaltender, and the Bay Reps clear. Hogue settles it for Supak. Bay Reps right there in the kitchen. Supak now try to find a pass to Moore. Deflected in deep. Bay Reps get their fifth skater back. Bay Reps played it out of the zone through mid-ice. Goes loose to Burns. Burns sends it over for Supak. Supak up the wall for Osborne, deflected by the Bay Reps deep. Osborne in the corner, behind the net, tried to center it off a skate. Bay Reps wrap it around to the near side. Bay Reps trying to clear the zone, still held in. Now it comes out to mid-ice, picked off by Veliska. Veliska rushes it ahead. Loose to Burns. Burns in the corner, tried to center it, picked off by the Bay Reps, but Veliska gets it back. Veliska at the wall. Boltema shot off a shin guard, and Eitel chases down the loose puck. Eitel for Veliska, played by Now by Burns, drives it in. Burns down low, tried to center it, loose in front and played out by the Bay Reps. They'll dump it in deep. After it, Osborne. Osborne behind the net. Veliska tied it up. Puck loose, Bay Reps with possession. Quigley into pressure. Bay Reps pass back to the point man. Now back to the wall. Loose into the wall. Mitchell. And now picked up by Mikkelsen. Burns. Burns gets it over for Osborne. Bay Reps able to take it away. Into the zone. Into the corner, Veliska. Off the wall for Mitchell. Mitchell, long range pass for Esch, picked off by the Bay Reps, and now they'll carry it into the zone, far side, dumped into the corner, Veliska pressuring, now Esch has it. Esch pulled it to the middle, now finds a streaking Mitchell. Mitchell finds Sova all alone, he shoots, oh, just wide, loose on the doorstep, Mitchell tried to stuff it in, and saved by the goaltender, length of the ice, icing arm is up, and we'll bring it back. Nice opportunity by Caledonia, but solid goaltending on the Bay Rep side. .5:12 left in the second. Burns, Lewandowski, Nichols, Moore, and Quigley. Face off into the corner, played around near side. Now to the far side, Burns. Pulled away. Nichols feeds it to Moore. Moore a shot, saved by the goaltender. Cleared to the far side, all the way around the wall. Bay Reps will be there to clear. But Quigley buries it in deep. Cal checks up, needs to check up on the offsides. And they do. But Bay Reps move it out. Chipped at the red line deep. To the back wall, Moore and Quigley battling after Bay Reps on the doorstep. Loose. Hogue with the saves. Goes to the back wall. And now Burns after it. Nichols can't clear the zone, but we'll get a whistle. As the puck, I think, touched a player in the bench, so. Esch carries out. Across the red line to Mitchell, dumped in. Bay Reps in the corner. Mitchell trying to free it up. Esch across the ice. Far side, Sova hustling after it. Bay Reps move it out mid-ice. They lost an edge. Played by Sova over for Supak. Supak dumped in off the referee and deep. Wrapped around by the Bay Reps. Past the defender, loose for Sova. Gets it to Supak. Supak got it to Mitchell at mid-ice. Bryce Mitchell. Far side dumps it in deep. Supak after the loose puck. Supak takes it away in the corner. Tries to center it, knocked down by the Bay Reps. They can't clear the zone. Esch, now it's cleared. Landed more with a stick on it. Supak there. Plays it in the zone and now played back out by the Bay Reps. Thomas Evers. Back up the wall for Burns. Burns had it pushed away to the far side. In on Hogue, a kick save. Landon Moore cleared it to neutral zone. Loose puck for William Mikkelsen. Into the wall. He goes. A big hit. He's slow to get on his feet. Back on his feet though. Bay Reps dump it in from the red line. Icing arm is up. And we'll get an offensive zone draw. MIHL and Veliska on D. Lewandowski, Nichols, and Osborne up front. Loose. Bay Reps clear to neutral zone, picked off by Veliska. Gets it to MIHL. MIHL cross ice for Veliska. Veliska up to Nichols. Nichols from the red line, back to Veliska. Put it in the zone. Bay Reps send it to the near side, deflected deep. MIHL behind the net. Pass up, played by the point man. A shot deflected and goes wide. Osborne digging it in the corner. Point man, shot wide of Hogue. Loose far side wall, Nichols pressuring into the corner. Bay Reps send it around to the near side. They'll be there first at the wall. The point man, loose now for Osborne, gets it to Nichols. And offsides whistle. .150 left in the second. Living on the edge. Mitchell, Sova, Ash up front, Moore, and Quigley on defense. Bay Reps pull it out. They'll dump it in deep. Behind the net, Evan Moore carries through, gets it to Mitchell, chip to neutral zone. Bay Reps intercept. They'll dump it back. Mitchell with the stick on it. Now Evan Moore's there. Cross ice for Esh. Ash up the wall for Sova. Icing arms up. And we'll bring it back into the D zone. Ethan Sova, the junior center, on the draw. Bay Reps pull it to the end line. Now into the corner, Quigley ties it up. Sova wraps around the wall near side. After it's Mitchell, point man plays it deep. Deflected behind the net. Quigley off the wall for Evan Moore. Moore, cross ice for Esh. Picks it up. Esh up for Mitchell. Mitchell finds it, centered. Mitchell gets it back. Mitchell down low for Esh, or Sova. Wrapped around the wall. Quigley holds it in, dumps it in deep. Centered for Mitchell, a shot just wide. Bouncing puck near side, and the Bay Reps take possession. Loose for Sova. Sova kicked it into the near side corner. Bay Reps, slap shot, that's going to go deep for the icing whistle. Sorry, we have 42 seconds. I'll drain the clock here. Jagger Burns on the draw, Osborne, Boltima, MIHL, and Supak. Bay Reps win the draw, wrapped it hard around the wall, near side. That comes out, and icing will be whistled. Burns, Osborne, Boltima, Supak, and MIHL. Supak, point position. Head fake, carries down low. Supak at the end line. Centers it, picked off by the Bay Reps. Boltima from the point position holds it in. Goes loose. Bay Reps with possession. 20 seconds left in the period. Bay Reps picked off by Burns. Burns tried to center it. Boltima into the wall. Bay Reps dig it out. Loose. Boltima. Boltima turns, puts it in towards net. Burns has the rebound, centers it. Osborne tried to put it in front. 1 second on the clock. ITEL shot. And that will do it for our second period. 15-minute break. We'll be back with the third and final period. Caledonia holding on to the 1-0 lead. We'll be back on the Pass Shoot Score Network. All right, we've reset the broadcast. I've heard we were having some buffering issues, and so we restarted here for the third period on a better network, so hopefully we'll be able to watch this one live. Quick whistle off the face-off. Sova wraps it on the wall, far side. Mitchell after it. Bay Rebs push it behind the wall. Moore takes it away. Moore goes down. Loose into the corner. Bay Rebs tried to center it, knocked down by Sova, or by ITEL. Loose down low. A pass over on the doorstep, cleared. Wrapped around. Mitchell stops it in the corner. Plays it behind the net for Moore. Moore back to Mitchell. Loose in the corner. Mitchell up the wall. Played by the Bay Rebs. Out to the point man. Dumped in deep. Near side corner. Up the wall. Esch. Held up by the Bay Rebs point man. Now he skates it in down low. A centering pass and they score. So the Bay Rebs even things up early here in the third. They've got a 1-1 game. Nichols, Gorby, and Lewandowski, Supak, and Evers on defense. Play it on the red line. Gorby presses the man of the wall. Supak with a stick on it. Loose in the feet, pushed ahead. Bay Rebs D-to-D in their own zone. Up the near wall. Puck played deep around the net. Far side corner, Supak. Wraps around the wall for Evers. Evers deflected for Nichols. Nichols, long range pass for Lewandowski. Full length of the ice, and we'll bring it down for an icing whistle. Bay Rebs have it at the point. Now they play it into the corner. Bay Rebs behind the net, pressured by Evers and Supak. Landon Moore after the puck, chips it out. Landon Moore races after it. Behind the end boards, tied it up in his feet. In to help. Bay Rebs break it out near side. Evers pressuring, now Supak on it. Supak behind his own goal, far corner. Bay Rebs there. Supak with a big hit. Puck loosened up to Mikkelsen. Mela Mikkelsen crossed the red line. Mikkelsen a shot that's gloved by the goaltender. He'll drop. Bay Rebs D-to-D behind their own goal. Now back to the far side. Pass to the middle, picked off by Sova. Played back by the Bay Rebs. Played by Veliska. Gets it to Sova, dumps it in deep. Mitchell on the back wall, lays a hit. Puck loose in the corner, Bay Rebs there. They put it behind their own goal, far side corner. Esch after it, Bay Rebs length to the ice. And we'll get a whistle for icing. Sova, Esch, Mitchell, Veliska, and ITEL. Foul behind the net, Esch after it. Played to the doorstep, a pass in front goes all the way through. Veliska steps down on it, puck played back by the Bay Reps. Icing's waved off, MIHL behind his own goal. Sends a pass near side for Veliska. Veliska, cross ice, looking for Sova, picked off by the Bay Reps and dumped in deep. Veliska after it. Veliska, pass to the middle, on the tape for Gorby. Played ahead by MIHL. Puck goes deep behind the net. MIHL after it. Goes loose in the corner. Nichols back to Moore at the point. Moore in the feet. Bay Reps come out with it. Moore takes it away. Dumps it in deep. Wrapped around the wall near side. Bay Reps up the wall. Stopped by Gorby. Cross ice. Nichols takes control. Now he skates in. Nichols with a shot. Save. On the doorstep. Lewandowski in to help Gorby. Gorby's got it in the corner. Tried to center it. Comes out to Quigley at the point position. Bouncing puck on the wall. Bay Reps. Off the glass and deep, and that'll be whistled for icing. Osborne, Burns, Boltima, Evers, and Supak. Bay Reps behind their goal. Pass cross ice. That's going to go for icing. Face off, won by the Bay Reps. Hard off the wall. Evers stops it at the blue line. Bay Reps there. Boltima carries it ahead, dumped it in on the goaltender, and he'll hold for the whistle. Esch to the far corner. Puck comes up the wall. Bay Reps chip it ahead. Loose. Icing arms up. Icing's waved off. Evers wrapped around the wall from MIHL. Goes loose to the point man. Supak takes it away. Supak wheels through center ice. Bouncing puck. Settles it down. Supak across the blue line. At the wall. Supak now dumps it in deep. Behind the net. Esch. Into the corner for Sova. Sova centers for MIHL. Oh, a tip and save by the goaltender. Loose behind the net, far corner. Sova taken away by the Bay Reps. They'll skate it out through mid-ice into the Caledonia zone. Centers a pass all the way through to the point man. Now played to the wall. Supak with a stick on it. MIHL with possession. Tried to move it to Esch. Picked off by the Bay Reps, but picked off by MIHL. Bay Reps get it back. They'll carry it into the blue line. MIHL, good D. MIHL, pass up the middle. Taken away by the Bay Reps and dumped in deep. Hogue settles it for Veliska. Veliska out the near side for Nichols. Nichols backhand to the near side. Bouncing puck. Picked up by Caledonia. This is Lewandowski down low. Tried to center it in front. Deflected. And the Bay Reps carry it out. They've got numbers. Into the Caledonia zone. A shot on Hogue. Leg save. Loose, now carried by Nichols. Nichols drives it into the wall. He's tied up. Clearing attempt, held by Veliska down low. Loose in front and cleared by the Bay Reps. MIHL gives chase. MIHL loose in the middle. Now it's cleared into the back of the net. Veliska takes a hit. Bay reps push it to the far wall. Pass back to the point man. Now to the near side point. A shot knocked down by Mikkelsen. Bay reps from the corner. Pass behind the net. Loose puck behind the net. A wrap-in attempt. Loose in front. And it goes in. Bay Reps take the 2-1 lead in the third. Sova, Esch, Mitchell up front. Quigley and Moore on defense. Evan Moore with it. Played in his own zone. Moore's pass through mid-ice. Deflected to Sova. Sova for Esch. Esch at the back wall. Up the wall for Sova. Sova tried to move it out for Quigley. Kicked out by the Bay Reps. A dump in. Goes past Moore. Moore on the back wall. Mitchell in the corner. He's got some room to skate behind the net. Mitchell. Carried ahead with speed. Bryce Mitchell driving it on the near side, on his feet still. Mitchell behind the net. Mitchell, now centering pass picked off by the Bay Reps. They'll send it hard off the wall. Evan Moore at mid-ice, settles and dumps it in deep. Bay Reps, far side corner, now cycled behind the net, near side. Long range pass connects at mid-ice. A shot in on Hogue, he gloves it for the whistle. Burns on the draw, tied up. Bay Reps played in the corner, up the wall. Pressure by Supak. Tied him up on the wall. Carried by Burns. Evers there. Evers behind the net for Supak. Mikkelsen at the wall. A shot in on Hogue, goes off his glove and behind the net. Pass out to the point. Shot deflected wide. Burns after it. Pass out in front, played by Lewandowski. Can't clear it. Dumped in behind Hogue. Supak after the loose puck. Up the wall for Mikkelsen. Played shallow in the zone. Bay Reps with possession. Pass to the near side. Pass deflected, bouncing puck, played by Lewandowski. Lewandowski shot saved by the goaltender and cleared to neutral. Pass over to Supak. Supak battles after it. Bouncing puck to mid-ice. Supak's got it. Cycles it to Nichols. Nichols over for Veliska. Veliska's pass in the feet for Gorby. Gorby's got it, dumps it in deep. Behind the net, pushed into the corner. Gorby at the wall. Played into the middle, goaltender with a stick on it, 7 minutes left in the game. Veliska knocks it down, played it back at the blue line. Reps send it length of the ice. Sova, Ash, Mitchell, MIHL, and Veliska. Bay Reps possessed behind their net. Pass in the middle, picked off by Veliska. Pass off of Esch's skate. He doesn't have a stick out there. And we're going to whistle for offsides. MIHL high off the wall for Sova, picked off by the Bay Reps. Sova played in by the Bay Reps, chipped ahead by Veliska. Now for Esch at the blue line after it. Neutral zone, Veliska dumps it in deep. Bouncing puck in the corner, Sova pinned into the wall. MIHL in to help. Loose at the end line, Bay Reps. Pass it out, top of the zone, Veliska holds it in. Veliska down low, a shot, and he scores! Zach Veliska with his first goal of the season, the freshman defender, evens this game up at 2. Loose puck at the blue line. Veliska pounds it in. A big goal for Cal. Big momentum change, hopefully, with 5:54 left in the third. Bay Reps moving into the Caledonia zone. Nichols, Gorby, Lewandowski, Evan Moore, and Quigley on defense. Bay Reps take it away, and a penalty is whistled on the Bay Reps. So the puck brought in the offensive zone. 5:43 left in the third. Esch, Evanmore, Boltema, Nichols, and MIHL. Face-off played into the back wall. MIHL pressed into the wall. Esch is there in the corner. Harmon Esch now behind the net. Takes a hit into the wall. Esch comes out with it. Esch over for Nichols. Nichols a shot. He scores! To Nichols! And Cal takes the lead 3-2. A lot of time on the clock. You know, the reps aren't going away just yet. 5:23 left. And Caledonia calling a timeout. And here, Coach Janicki from here. Telling his boys 5 minutes left, got to stay focused. Got to play sound hockey. Goals by Veliska and Nichols here in the third gives Cal the 3-2 lead. Sova on the face-off, plays it near side. Esch chipped it deep. Bay Reps behind their goal. Mitchell tied it up. Mitchell takes it. Mitchell in the corner, feeds it back behind the net. Big hit by Esch. Supak down low in the corner. Reps trying to move it out. Sova with a stick on it. Mitchell down low for Esch. Esch up top for Eitel. Bouncing puck played by Mitchell. Mitchell dumped it in on the doorstep. Oh, Sova went for the shot, was lost an edge. That one dumped length of the ice. No icing call. Supak knocked down by the Bay Reps. They try to center it. Sova catches it, plays it out for Nichols, just off his stick. Bay Reps now cycle D to D, back up and deep, icing whistle. The MIHL prep showcase, I don't know how many teams are here, but I'd say 40 to 50, seems like. Games starting today, earlier today, running all night, and then back here tomorrow starting at 7:30. Cal's got that time slot, running all the way to 8 p.m. All three rinks full of high school games. Moore, a shot, knocked down. Quigley played it in deep. Up the wall, Moore from the point position. Tried to play it deep on Lewandowski. Bay Reps chipped out into their player box, so we'll get a face-off in the zone. Puck played out by the Bay Reps. Gorby with a good stick on it. Nice shot by Nichols. Oh, he tried to find Lewandowski. Went wide. Bay Reps with possession in their own corner. They go D to D behind the net. Pressuring Gorby. Bay Reps stop, bring it back to the near side. Off the ref. Now a D to D behind the net. Outlet pass, gets past Moore. They say deflected and deep. Icing's waved off. Quigley's there. Pushes it in the corner. Quigley's after it. Up the wall. Just out of the reach. We'll get a whistle. A cross-check call on Traverse City Bay Reps. So Cal gets another power play. Supak, Lewandowski, Esch, Sova, and Mikkelsen. Janicki loads up with the goal scorers here. Let's see if we can get one. Face off, won by the Bay Reps. They'll skate it out. Supak on the hustle back though. Dumped in deep, Sova after it. Sova takes possession behind the goal. Now on the near side for Lewandowski. Back to Sova. Back to Lewandowski. Lewandowski ahead. Cross the red line, blue line, dumped in deep. Bay Reps try to out it. Esch holds it. Off the wall for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen down low for Lewandowski. Lewandowski out to Supak. Supak over for Quigley. Quigley on the doorstep. A one-timer by Lewandowski. A save by the goaltender. Another shot from the wall, a save. Yeah, we get a whistle. as the net comes off with 2:45 left in the game. Mitchell, Nichols, Esch, Evanmore, and Boltima. Face off, won by Cal. Mitchell sets up Esch. Esch to the near side. Esch gets it to Mitchell in the corner. Kicked through by the Bay Reps. Moore from the point position puts it back at the wall for Mitchell. Bouncing puck, Bay Reps get it. Taken away and held in the zone by Nichols. Mitchell tried to center it, knocked down by the Bay Reps. Tight play here. Moore has to chase. Moore behind his own goal on the far side. Moore gets it to Nichols, or Mitchell. Taken away, Moore gets it back. Looking for Esch, who's going off for a line change. Boltima, back far side for Nichols, near side for Moore. Off his stick, dumped back by the Bay Reps. Power play, Mikkelsen goes behind the net for Boltima, a little loose. Boltima up the wall. Boltima behind the net for Moore. Moore back to Mitchell. Mitchell cross ice for Mikkelsen, just off his stick, but he collects it, carries it in. Back off 5-on-5, the Bay Reps get their last skater back. Cal behind the end line, taken away by the Bay Reps, hard off the wall. Veliska holds it, shot, bouncing puck, picked up by the Bay Reps, high off the glass. Reps play it in, into the middle with it, goes loose into the wall. Bay Reps with possession, down low, in on Hogue, and he'll hold for the whistle. Looks like coincidental calls. Supak's going to go for Caledonia. On the rough stuff after the whistle, Hogue looks like he took a shot after the whistle, a little shaken up, but he's back on his feet. Five on five with the coincidentals. Silva, Quigley, Lewandowski, Eitel, and Esch. Empty net and timeout now by the Bay Reps. scrum. Supak whistled for a double minor. 6-on-4 here. Bay Reps with a shot, knocked down. Bounces out to the point man. Bay Reps, top of the zone. Now to the near side wall. On the doorstep, a shot, save. Hogue, bouncing puck in the air, loose. Still loose, a save by Hogue, and he holds for the whistle. Thirty 38 seconds on the clock. Empty net on the Bay Rep side. Face off out to the point, far side point. Top of the circle, a shot knocked down by Eitel. Tied up into the wall. Bay Reps, pass back to the point man. Skates to the middle with it. Tries to put a shot, dump pass in on Hogue, and he holds for the whistle. Bay Reps with it, face-off circle, a shot, and that's gloved by Hogue. On the face-off, Sova. Bay Reps win out to the point. A shot knocked down. Another shot goes wide. 10 seconds on the clock. Point man comes out of the zone. Delayed offsides. Dumped in by the Bay Reps, and that's going to do it. 1 second on the clock. And Caledonia survives Game 1 of the MIHL Prep Showcase. A 3-2 victory against the Traverse City Bay Reps. An exciting game. Comes down to 3 third-period goals, 4 third-period goals, 2 by the Bay Reps and 2 by Cal. The winning goal goes to Drew Nichols. Velisca with a game tie, his first of the season. And Hogue stays strong in net, especially in those final 40 seconds. 6-on-4. Good job by the defense and the goaltender. So we'll be back live tomorrow. We'll try to fix this broadcast so that we can maintain a live connection. But we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30, bright and early, here against the Bay City Central. Thanks for watching on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Hope everyone has a great rest of your Thursday. And go Cal Fighting Scots. Final score, 3-2. Caledonia defeats the Traverse City Bay Reps.